Hey everyone, a few days after the final day of Musikfest 2022. I did an article while at the fest and it was very long-winded. It'll be a short, be a short type version of it. This week I'm doing follow-up. I'm going to contact Bethlehem Police Department, find out the numbers of incidents at Musikfest. I'm going to contact Bethlehem City Government and State Senator Lisa Boscola in Bethlehem. Find out how many places, businesses, or vendors, were fined or had their liquor licenses revoked for violations of state liquor laws. I'm going to send interview questions again to the mayor of Bethlehem, J. William Reynolds, who did not answer, especially the two primary questions I asked a few weeks before Musikfest. He's getting them again. They'll be posted on the website. Those same questions will be going to every member of Bethlehem City Council. I don't exactly know what happened. There was an isolated incident at Musikfest. 15 minutes before the festival was supposed to close on Saturday night. There was a street lamp down, how that came down, I'm going to try to find out, because either there was the smallest earthquake in the history of the planet, or something happened. Musikfest is great. It's a great festival. I'm still trying to recover from all the great music, performing artists, musicians, buzzkillers. I'm still in the recovery stage of that. If you've ever been to Musikfest multiple days or any festival, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But there are major problems with the festival that have existed for years. Back in 1992, fine, have the festival the way it is now. I know they placed an emphasis on safety. Two different nights I saw a police officer walk around with a fully loaded assault rifle just in case something happened. I know that there's a lot of safety and security measures in place that aren't visible. Here's the other side. Here's what I'm getting at. With the exception of Monday, I was there every day or evening, depending on my job, or first Saturday of Musikfest, went down to Philly, came up Sugarfest. My point is, I was there every day or evening until that festival ended at 11 o'clock or 10:30 on Sunday, I think, somewhere in there. Both weekends, I was down on lower level, Plaza Tropical, Festplatz. I can find gaps in any crowd to move through. Shoulder to shoulder, you can only go with the flow. My thought was, how easy would it be, not necessarily a gun, but even a knife, for somebody to pull one out, and before you know it, you have a major disaster on your hands. How fast would law enforcement be able to get through that crowd? There's no way in heaven or hell. I've been to Musikfest. I think I covered it 8 or 9 out of the past 10 years. If you limited the crowd, it wouldn't be Musikfest. But like I just talked to someone. He's like, yeah, you know, if you have to keep going through the security, that's a pain. I fully admit. I'll admit to that. While I welcome America this year party on the Parkway, every place there was an access point to it. Every time you walk through that access point, doesn't matter if they saw you 100 times. Wand, metal detector, bag check. If you set something off. I'm not saying to go to those extremes with Musikfest, because that would just, I agree with them on that one, that would be too much of a pain in the ass, and they would lose way too many people. There has to be a midpoint, or not necessarily midpoint, but there has to be some kind of compromise. There has to be some kind of balance. I've been and I'm not saying this just from someone who's only been to Musikfest, has only been to festivals in Lehigh Valley. I covered Wawa's Welcome America, I think, one day or another, almost every year except for 2020. That's where I launched Vale City, July 4th, 2016. I've walked into street festivals, multi-block long street festivals in New York City. I walked into, the first time, Rittenhouse Square Festival, street festival. I walked into that several years ago, didn't even realize it was going on. Wawa's Welcome America, my personal favorite, had 2 major events, street festivals, if you want to call them. South 9th Street Italian Market Festival, street festival, just to name a few. So I'm not just someone in Lehigh Valley who's never left the area, who's only knows about what's going on around here, and who's only been to events around here. I've covered the Lehigh Valley, and for the past 6 years off and on, for 9 or 10 years now. There has to be a midpoint. Not necessarily a midpoint, but there has to be a balance between safety and having fun and enjoying it. See if Bethlehem City government has the courage, because I swear at this point, I swear the mayor's afraid of questions I'm going to ask. See if Bethlehem City government now will not fear the hard questions, will not fear being challenged like they have been in the past. Michael Phoenix, founder and staff. Just a quick update on, because I'll tell you what, next year I'll be there. I may not be, I'll be there even though I don't want to. I know I'm going to end up covering all the great live music there, enjoying the great food, and just having a great time. Musikfest is a great event, and this is the first year I've said it. Take care, everybody. Enjoy what's left this summer. Stay safe.